This morning, our very special guest, our friend Ryan Zook, is here. He is the president of Men of Iron. Ryan, good morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
Man, we love having you here. Thank you for being here. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Definitely my wife, Jenny, my kids at home, and my team. We have a great team at Men of Iron. So Michelle, Tony, Colton, Scott, Caden. Caden's in his second week, so special welcome to Caden.
Hey, Caden, welcome.
Yeah.
Glad you're part of Men of Iron. Now, how long have you been part of Men of Iron?
So I've been at Men of Iron almost 3 years.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. What did you do before that?
Before that, I was a pastor. So I pastored for about 10 years, the latest at Worship Center. So we still attend there, love Worship Center, and everybody there, they have a great team.
And, you know, usually with a guest, we either play the Mennonite game or the LBC game.
Hey, I can play both. Let's do it.
This morning we were playing the LBC game with Karina because you guys both attended there.
Yep.
You worked there as well,
Yep.
part of the team. And
Yep.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That we have that. Tell us about Men of Iron. What are you doing?
Yeah, so Men of Iron is a faith-based nonprofit. We focus primarily on men's mentorship. We believe every man needs a mentor, and the reason we do it is because when a man changes, everybody around him changes. So a lot of the guys that we work with, they're married, they've got kids, they've got jobs, obviously. And when we invest well in one man, we see all those different circles change and grow and strengthen. And so we exist to change a culture one man at a time, and that's how we do it. We want to get guys in mentorships.
And so how often do you guys meet?
Yeah, so we don't meet like on a set schedule in one group. We have guys that are getting mentored all across the country.
Okay.
And so what we ask guys to do is commit to 1 year, protege and a mentor, and they meet every other week through that year. And it's all based on goal setting and accountability. So we're action oriented. It's like, hey, how do you want to grow in your faith? Well, I'd like to read my Bible more. Great, let's turn that into a goal. How often are you going to read your Bible this week? What kind of difference are you going to see? And then I'm going to hold you accountable.
I love that.
Yeah.
How do you become a mentor? Are you a protege first and then some time moves on, or how's that work?
Different people start different places. So we have lots of guys that are wise. They've been through a lot of things, so they join on as mentors. We have other guys that reach out that are just looking for help in some area. A lot of guys looking for help in their families.
Yeah.
A lot of guys looking for help in their finances. Lately, we're finding a lot of guys don't really have authentic friends. And so we encourage everybody to have 3 or 4 guys that can hold you accountable and push you further. And so we help with that. It feels a little bit weird sometimes, like how am I going to find more friends?
Yeah.
But we just help connect guys and get them having real conversations and challenge each other and grow.
I don't think people realize once they're out of school
that
you're just not meeting people all the time and hanging out with them
That's
for 8 hours a
exactly
day
it.
like you were.
Yeah, and
That's
as guys get kids and families, like life gets busy. I'm sure everybody listening understands that.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you don't have time, but then you can get isolated so fast.
Do any stories come to mind how God has used Men of Iron in somebody's life?
Yeah, so we have a couple of groups running right now. Right now we have a group in Schuylkill County that meets in a Dunkin' Donuts on a Tuesday night.
Okay.
And most of those guys are not Christians. Like they don't come from a faith background, and we're faith centered. So we tell everybody like you can't grow unless you take your faith seriously. Your relationship with God grows first. And so we had a guy in that group that's like, I'm not into this Christian stuff. I don't really believe all this, but my goal this week was to pray every day this week. And I actually feel better about my life. Why is that? And so we had a conversation. It was like, you feel better because you're actually getting closer to God. He's getting closer to you.
Yeah.
You're experiencing the difference. And so we stick with guys for a long time. It's not like we just met him once.
Right.
And so we're getting to see the growth in his life just from starting a relationship with Christ.
Amazing.
And, he's in his 50s. So it's pretty exciting. We see stories like that all the time.
So if somebody's listening and they say, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
How can they get plugged in?
Yeah, so you can. There's any number of links on our website that can get you plugged into any specific program. So you can click there; it'll take you to a form. You can sign up right now. If you want to just get directly to us, you can email us at info@menofiron.org. We'll be happy to set up a meeting with you, talk to you, and help you with whatever you need.
Check out menofiron.org. That's the place you want to go to get plugged in as a mentor or as somebody who needs a mentor.
Yeah.
There. Also, you guys have a big event coming up, a celebration.
Yeah, so this is our 20th year anniversary.
Congratulations.
We started in 2006 with 10 mentors and 10 proteges. And since that, we've invested in thousands of men. But our 20th anniversary dinner is May 5th at the Hershey Car Museum. So it seems like a good place for guys to hang out.
Yeah, that's cool. Can they sign up for that online too?
The sign up for that is not out yet, but it's a save the date. Yep.
All right, great. We'll talk more about that coming up. Menofiron.org is the place you want more information or to get plugged in. Our friend Ryan Zook hanging out with us this morning. He is the president of Men of Iron. Good morning again to you, Ryan.
Thanks, man. I'm glad to be here.
Love having you here. Tell us about Men of Iron.
Yeah, so we are a faith-based nonprofit focused on men's mentorship. So we have any number of ways that you can get discipled through what we do, but we believe every man needs a mentor. So when a man gets a mentor in his life, it pushes him further, it makes him more effective, and you see the change all around him. It affects his marriage, his kids, his job. It's really effective.
I love that you said earlier when you have someone come on as a protege who needs a mentor that they say, here's my goals.
Yep.
And then you guys work together to help him achieve those goals.
Yeah, that's what sets us apart. We're protege driven. So that means the guy that's being mentored sets the agenda, brings his issues to the table. He sets his goals and his mentor holds him accountable. And so the mentor is just a guy a couple seasons ahead. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be the most amazing man in the world. You just need to have experienced a few things that your protege hasn't experienced yet. And when you get that pairing right, it makes a huge difference in a man's life.
That's awesome. I'm interested in how that happens. How do you put two people together? Is there a formula there?
So we have reps in each region. So we have full-time guys that pair people. So if a guy reaches out and says, I need a mentor, we'll have a rep pair you with a mentor. A lot of times we work with churches. So churches will run our small groups. They'll run our mentorships. We'll have a big launch where we'll have 40 guys, 20 proteges, 20 mentors, and it becomes a key piece of the discipleship in that church. So we have a church over in Sinking Spring that's been running mentorships for 15 years. They say it's been like the reason they become more spiritually mature as a church. It's a great way for them to introduce new guys to the church, the guys that have been there for a long time. They get paired up. That guy starts to disciple that other guy, and that strengthens both of them, but strengthens the church long term.
That's pretty cool.
So it makes a huge difference. We have it running in businesses too. So there's business owners that'll come to us and say, hey, what can you do for my staff development? We'll say, hey, we could run a group in your business. We could set up mentorships in your business. And same thing happens there. We're discipling people, getting them closer to Jesus, changing their lives.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So if folks are interested in being a part, either as a mentor or protege, getting it started in their church, they can just go online and connect with you.
Yeah,
there.
I would say if you want to get to us directly, just send us an email at info@menofiron.org. We'd love to talk to you. We'll set up a meeting and have a chat. You can also learn about us on our website. We have a podcast that comes out every Monday morning at 7. So that's the Men of Iron podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. But there's lots of ways you can find out about us.
Yeah. And I'm imagining a lot of our listeners have been part of Men of Iron through the years.
Yeah.
You guys are celebrating 20 years and you have a big event coming up.
Yeah, we started 20 years ago, 2006, at Victory Church. And so we're headquartered here in Lancaster. We've had a lot of impact here in Lancaster. What I tell people about this dinner is that we're celebrating our past 20-year history. There's a lot of men here that have been impacted by what we do, but we're fueling the mission for another 20 years. We want to reach more men in more places, and we're already doing some of that, but we want that to grow. So that's May 5th. We'll be highlighting a lot of stories from our 20-year history.
Yeah.
We'll be sharing a little bit about where we're headed and how you can help us.
Where's it going to be?
So it'll be at the Hershey Car Museum. It's the AACA Museum
I think that's
in Hershey.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. The cool thing is they've got like a timeline of automotive history. And so we're going to set up our timeline along with their timeline. So you can see, hey, this is what our first group looked like.
Synergy.
Here's what was going on in 2015 and so on. So we're
I
excited
love
about
that.
the event. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Can you get tickets? Do you need tickets? How's that work?
Yeah, so this is, we just want you to know the date. We're getting the word out. We'll get more information out. We'll be emailing our contact list, and we'll have a page on the website that promotes it, and you can sign up there. If you want to sponsor the event, we'd love to talk to you. You can reach out to us. Again, info@menofiron.org. But we'd love to get as many people there as we can just to celebrate the history that we've had.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you, Ryan. Thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate the time.